about you.
Hey guys, Guardian's Gun Channel here. Today we're going to do a quick overview and review of the Mossberg 535. It's part of the Mossberg 500 series. It's numbered 535 because it's the 500 chambered for a 3.5 inch shell. It'll do 2 3/4, 3 inch, and 3.5 inch. Before I get started though, I kind of wanted to talk. I've been watching some YouTube videos this morning on the gun legislation and all that, and I don't know, it kind of infuriates me that you get all this attention on the shooters and nobody mentions the people that stop the shootings. Anytime there's some sort of shooting, the liberal media jumps on and glorifies the shooter. You could probably name 3 or 4 murderers that created these, you know, the Klebold's, Harris, the guys from the Aurora, Colorado movie theater, the shooting in the Oregon Mall, the Sandy Hook killer. And I don't really want to mention their names and give them any more fame, or, I mean, that's what they want. They're out for fame. They go to these murder zones, these so-called gun-free zones, which only disarm innocent law-abiding civilians from protecting their lives. But you can't name the person that was carrying a concealed weapon that tackled the insane madman that shot Gabrielle Giffords in the head, or the guy in the Oregon Mall that pointed his gun at the shooter and made him take his own life. You don't hear anything on the news about the people that are defending their lives every day. And they keep quoting these statistics about how many mass shootings have gone up, but they, you know, I think if the media just steps back and stops glorifying these people, you're going to see, you know, a lot less people that want to amass the next highest body count and make the news. Honestly, like, what kind of society do we live in where we glorify murderers and sociopaths, but we look down upon and cast this evil light on people that just want an adequate means to defend themselves? And that's kind of the reason I'm doing the video on this Mossberg 535. Enough of ranting. I picked this up at Gander Mountain 2-3 years ago. I think it was like $325 is what I paid for it. And it comes with the adjustable stock, the pistol grip, and the ghost ring sights with the day glow front sight. It's got the safety strap, or the strap on the front there, or the foregrip, so you can have a better purchase on the gun. Let's say if someone does grab your gun, it just gives you another means to hold on to your weapon. Good home defense shotgun. It's got a 20-inch barrel, so if you wanted to cut that front sight off, you could take another 2 inches off the barrel and still keep it legal. 2 inches would bring you just past where that front sight mount is. One bad part about this shotgun that I didn't know when I bought it, that I'm kind of wishing I may have gotten like a Remington 870, is the way that the magazine tube nut is on there. It's got internal threads in here, so you cannot add a magazine tube extension, a 2, 3, 4 round extension tube on it. It's alright. It holds 6 plus 1. That's why I'm running 2 3/4 inch shells in it, is just for higher capacity. This is just some high brass. Whoops, let me get it out. It's high brass. Get you focused. Steel shot number 4. I don't run double aught buck or anything like that. Haven't picked up any PDX rounds for it. Overall, Pretty smooth shooting gun. It's got a good action. It's got a dual bar system. Some shotguns coming off the pump handle only have this one bar, but this one has one on each side just for a smoother, more, I guess, reliable action. Ghost ring sights on it. Pretty cool. Haven't owned a shotgun before with, let me move the camera so I can show you. Haven't owned a shotgun before that had the ghost ring sights. See if I can line it up. But you would aim it just like any other, like a rifle's peep sight. I really need to get a cameraman. But you see, it's got the rear sight there with the two lines, so you can even it up with the top. It's adjustable for windage and elevation. It's really bright front sight. Throw it this way so you can see the action, or the dual bar. See, there's the other part that attaches to the bolt carrier. Pretty smooth looking gun as is. I added the strap attachments to it. I did have a red dot for it. Took it off just recently and went back to the ghost ring. I've got to figure out some way to get a light mounted on it. That's kind of why I wanted the magazine tubular extension, so I can put a magazine clamp on it with the Picatinny rail. I do have the Picatinny rail. It's pre-tapped and drilled in the top there. You can see the screw holes. There's one here, here, and under for the this screw for the elevation. Covers up the other one, so it's got four drill, or it's tapped and drilled 4 times for a rail mount. It's got a polymer trigger guard, which is all right. It's not preferable. I like my guns to have as much steel on them as possible, but it's a really thick, durable polymer, and really enjoy shooting this gun. I'm thinking about getting maybe like a Black Hawk or an ATI stock and foregrip for it, just to kind of dress it up a little bit. I've got a heat shield on order, and one of the red dot I'm looking at is the Bushnell TRS 25, which it's $89 from Walmart, and it's from everything that I've heard, it's a pretty reliable and good. It'll hold its zero even with the recoil coming out of a 12 gauge. The red dot that I did have on it was a cheaper True Glow. I bought it before I really did any research on it. It was like $60 at Fort Thompson. Picked it up, put it on there. It held the zero for a while, but when I put slugs in it, which is when you would really need a red dot, it was accurate out to about 75 yards is what I had it zeroed in at. It was accurate. After about 2 or 3 shots, though, it would start to slowly lose its zero, and by the 5th or 6th shot, by the time you got through every round that was in the gun, it'd be off by 5-6 inches. So it lost it pretty quickly. So I'm gonna upgrade my sight. I've learned when it comes to firearms, electronics, furniture, and vehicles, you don't want to skimp and try to get a good savings. Just fork out the extra cash and get good quality. Now it does have the safety up top here, just a thumb safety, and it's got the red you're dead markings on it. Let me get you zoomed in, focused. So it does got the safety here. So it'll be red for fire, black for safe. This will be your elevation, and then if you screw this right here, this screw, them in the middle, it will actually cant the sight for your windage adjustment. It does come from Gander Mountain with the 5-shot shell saddle on the back, so that does come stock with it, and it's alright. I'm thinking about getting an SOE side saddle that'll Velcro on. I know that doesn't really sound good. I know a lot of gun channels like James Yeager, he's got the SOE side saddles Velcroed on just right here, and I mean, he runs his weapons pretty intensely, and he hasn't complained about it, so I think I'm gonna try it out. Like I said, well, this gun is loaded. Let me I'll show the action a little bit. These white lights really show all the oil that I have on my guns, but it's got a pretty smooth action, ejects well, and it's a really smooth action. You can see it's got a, I want to say that's a MIM. I think I could see some marks on the ejector there. I think the ejector or the extractor is a MIM part, metal injection molded. The extractor, I don't know if I want to be able to get the light in there. Alright, there we go. We got it in focus and some light in there. You can see there is a second ejector extractor, and the ejector is just right there, kind of above it. So it's pretty reliable. Like I said, one of the metal injection molded parts that I do know about though is the extractors. I haven't really had them break anything. I haven't really broken any MIM parts. I just know that some people kind of look down on them. So we'll just do one quick last look at the Mossberg 535. Pretty sweet little gun. I use it. It's my bedside shotgun. Still gonna tactical it out, I guess. So we'll stay tuned for that. And as the parts come in, I will post up another video. My twin brother, he's got a Remington 870 kind of tacked out, and if he lived closer, then I would probably see if he'd let me borrow it for a review. I may have to rent one or buy one to do some sort of side-by-side comparison of the two. So if we did if you buy the 535 or do some sort of a Google search for parts, accessories, and stuff for it, you would need to search for the 500 or 590 Mossberg, and all those parts, pieces and parts, I guess, are the same and will fit on them. The 535 was a Gander Mountain exclusive, and it just means it came with the pistol grip stock, the ghost rings, and it was chambered in 3.5 inch. I'm just gonna load this bad boy up because it is my home defense shotgun. Pretty sweet little rig though, and I've got a I'm sorry, I said 6+1. It's actually a 5+1, so 6 rounds and then 5 on the side there. And then I've got a strap that holds like another 20 rounds, sling type deal for it. Well, alright guys, as always, support the NRA, support your local gun shops, and stay safe while you're out there shooting.
I know where I come from. How about you?